Take two. And once again, sorry, apologies that we have had a lag, but come on. This calls for double, triple, quadruple, or 9 times celebration.
9 times, 7 times, 8 times.
9 times, yeah. I'll give you the significance of each of the numbers. 9, with proof that we have won the Asia Cup title. 8-0, with proof that we have beaten you. Every single time you stepped out, we have beaten you. 7 and 6. 6 for Haris Rauf's antics. You can only do this, Pakistan. That is what you're only capable of. You can't compete with us on the field. You can't compete with us with the bat. You can't compete with us with the ball. And as I mentioned, you as a nation with a memer as a head, with a board that has denigrated into a meme fest, can only do these kind of things. Because you cannot compete. That is why you are going to do all this. Tilak Varma, 69, brilliant knock. Shivam Dube's calculated aggression. And Rinku Singh comes for the first game in the final, faces only one ball and helps them win the title.
God's plan indeed.
And the Indian players don't shake hands. And as Shane will point out, we are in for some more excitement. Why, Shane? Because the trophy presentation.
Oh, yes. It could very well be a Mr.
That's what you're waiting for, Harshit.
Told you guys, I was only looking ahead at that moment, and the drama is still about to happen. You know, while whatever we've seen over the last couple of hours as well has made for good drama as well. This was, frankly, it was not easy watching this match. And I don't know about you guys, and I don't know if I appear that way, but I certainly feel I've lost a few kilos while watching that match.
No, it was not an easy match to watch. This was the not the atypical kind of a T20 track, right? It isn't.
Shivam says he had to have a discipline.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
You've aged significantly, Harshit. You've aged.
So, I mean, this is the kind of track where you think, okay, chasing might get easier. It did not. In fact, it became worse to bat on as the evening went on. And you knew how bad it was when a bowler like Haris Rauf, who prides himself on bowling quick consistently in the late 140s and 150s, was resorting to bowling cutters because his pace was having the opposite effect. The Indian batters found it easier to play him. It was that kind of a pitch. And it kept yo-yoing until, I think, even the 17th over, you had 3 overs and 30 runs. So your asking rate was 10. What really changed things was the 18th and 19th over, because come the 20th, you didn't have much pressure.
Yeah.
You didn't have much pressure.
You had 18 of 12. FAHEEM though bowled a good over.
Yeah, 8. He did.
Then you did 10. But then in Haris Rauf, we believe in only 3 things. 1, he will leak runs. 2nd, he can only do DRAMABAZI. 3rd, be it any Indian team, Haris Rauf will go for runs. 3.4 none for 50 stands as an absolute eyesore to what you've seen in the economy rates of Shaheen Afridi,
exactly.
FAHEEM Ashraf, Abrar Ahmed.
And for his team, had they been far more consistent with the lines and lengths and not with all the dramabazi that they've been doing. The cricket board, the players, all the antics, all the nonsense that they've been up to has been awry, has just been all over the place. And look whatever has happened. What has Pakistan gotten out of this tournament? Over the last 3 weeks, I'll tell you what has happened. 3 Sundays, all 3 times you were beaten. 3 Sundays meant 3 losses for you. You tried to threaten, you couldn't even walk the talk. You said that in your media, you spread this word and you wanted to pass on this message to the cricketing community. Listen, we've got some muscle as well, and we're going to be threatening, we're going to be doing a boycott. All that was reduced to was just empty threat. When it comes to playing the big match, you somehow, as always is the case, you somehow crawl your way into the final. You get into the final and again you get hammered.
When you shoot, don't talk. That is what Pakistan should learn. But I know they will never learn, because their number 1 bowler is Haris Rauf. You had a belief in him. Your number 1 batsman do not contribute any time. Today, 9 for 33. There is another significance in number 9. 9 for 33 was your cataclysmic collapse that you had. You couldn't have recovered from that and you had no business in winning. But yes, India were in uncharted territory today when Abhishek Sharma fell cheaply. Now the question was, right, who would step up?
As it turns out, Tilak Varma stepped up. Sanju Samson, although his knock wasn't quick, 24 valuable runs given the context of the run chase.
57 run partnership that was wiped.
Yes, and Shivam Dube stepped up.
Yes.
Shivam Dube stepped up.
And
I briefly felt, and Shivam Dube was reminding me a lot about Akshar Patel from that final in Barbados. You needed somebody to up the ante. And I remember that Tilak Varma, I think the rules were very clear. With Tilak, the idea was to keep rotating the strike, ensure that there is one person that holds the end and gets the scoreboard ticking. And it was the responsibility of Shivam Dube to take the risk, to play the risky way and go ahead and aim for the boundary. That's how he lost his wicket as well. But he gave you those crucial boundaries from time to time to ensure that required run rate, which was at one point at 10.87, I remember as well, for it to have come down to 8, then slightly increased to 10 and then eventually come down again. Shivam Dube played a very vital role.
I mean, see, 33 runs of 22 is a strike rate of 150 on what is a far from 150 strike rate kind of pitch. It's not. It tells you everything that Tilak, your highest run scorer today, was operating at about a 130 odd strike rate, because it really was that kind of a pitch. You had to be enterprising, but you also had to be patient. You couldn't look to hit every ball out of the park.
Yeah.
And that is the other thing which people don't realize this team has. They have batters who can actually play the patient game. People look at Sanju, and in IPL, he's someone who does bat for a top order batter at over 140 odd strike rate. But people tend to forget that he's also a damn good cricketer.
Yep.
He knew that the circumstances today were such that he couldn't, go for or play his natural shots. So what does he do? He's like, okay, I'll hunker down and I'll get valuable runs, because this was the kind of chase. If India had wickets in hand come the last over and the run rate was reasonable, you'd win. That's exactly what it was. You needed 10 runs. 10 runs in a T20 game is nothing. It helps that they were facing, of course, arguably the worst bowler in the opposition, economy-wise. I mean, it tells you everything that even the one bowler in Nawaz who bowled just 1 over went in an economy of 6.
Yes.
Someone like a Saim Ayub was 5.3. What's his name? Shaheen was also 4 overs, 1 for 20. So that's an economy of 5. Everyone was operating in the 5s and 6s and whatnot. And then you have this guy who's coming and leaking runs. That 1/3 over of his.
Yeah.
The 3rd over of his was absolutely, was 3rd over or second over? Second over. The second over, which he bowled in the middle phase, was an absolute game changer. Because at that point, and this is an analogy I made upstairs, I'll make it here for you guys as well. They had built an absolute pressure cooker in India. You could feel the heat. And then comes Haris Rauf, he's the whistle of the pressure cooker. All of it is out.
absolutely.
Thank you, Shivam.
As Shane's wife points it out in the comment section, I saw that comment coming from her. Join us, everyone, in wishing Shane a very happy birthday. Indeed, the birthday has brought a lot of happiness to the entire country.
And
Good start.
And I'm sorry, Sanya, I spoiled your surprise. There is a surprise. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I'll tell you later off camera. But yes, Operation Tilak.
Chili paneer.
Well done.
Operation Tilak it is.
It is. So it is fitting that today 2 iconic moments in the Asia Cup final came courtesy Haris Rauf. Okay. One, he got bowled for 6 runs. Okay. 6. And what was he showing at that point in time? For the troll that he is, he was having a premonition that he would get bowled for 6 runs. The winning runs were scored off Haris Rauf. And when he got out for 6, Jasprit Bumrah did this. When you do something, when you achieve something, then only you have the jigra to follow it up. When you don't have jigra, that kind of
Tell you what 6 is. 6 is also all last 6 matches that the 2 countries have played, and there's only been one winner all 6.
It's now 8.
Actually,
that is also 6. It starts from the World Cup. You won in the Champions Trophy. You won I'm starting from the 2023 World Cup. You won the 2023 World Cup. You won the 2024 T20 World Cup match.
Champions Trophy.
Then you won in the Champions Trophy, and in this very month you've beaten them thrice.
Yes.
3 weekends, 3 losses.
That's what. But Pakistan doesn't understand that. They have to be reminded over and over again that you only come to face India to face humiliation, nothing else. The boot is on the other foot now. Let me tell you, in the 90s, why I said it was traumatic in the 90s for us growing up as a sports generation. One, you weren't winning anything. Olympics was a disaster for you every single time you stepped up.
Oh, yeah.
And in cricket, you were at the middle of paper tigers abroad, and you were lambs abroad, tigers at home. That was the phase that was going on in the 90s. But more than that, you were losing consistently to Pakistan. In Sharjah, you are losing to them consistently when you have to look at tri-series, bilateral series. So, at that time, everybody cherished that, Pakistan is like beating India. They have no contest. India doesn't have sporting pedigree whatsoever. I grew up with those barbs, remember?
No, I think that's right, because I remember I've heard it from my own parents' generation that anytime they were up against Pakistan, they would be fearful. Like, our generation, it's like a total 180.
Yeah.
It's very different. For us, where it's a match against Pakistan, it's like, okay, no problem. You just don't consider it a competition from a sporting perspective. Yeah, the rivalry side of things always means that, it's a gold mine for television ratings, for our own YouTube numbers as well. I mean, look at whatever television ads. One ball remaining, they cut to an ad. Then there was a break. The amount of ads they were breaking to was insane. I remember I was waiting for a replay for the wicket, especially that Bumrah replay. He celebrated, cut to an ad. And I'm like, my goodness, are these guys, does someone have like a gun to them or something? What exactly is going on? But you have to understand, that is the nature of the beast. So, in that sense, it's a win for everyone. But it's a loss for Pakistan on the sporting field, because truth be told, they do not have the pedigree. And it's not just them, by the way. There is not a single country in Asia right now that can compete with India. The level is India are here and everyone else is fighting at the bottom.
Yes.
Because they're fighting and scrapping for the hope or the title of being the second best. But being the second best also means you are nowhere close to being even to come and even match the best. Never mind even try and think of competing and beating them. It's just not happening. And that's the reality. That is what Pakistan can settle for.
You don't win, you don't learn.
Nothing.
That is Pakistan for you.
No, I mean, if you go back to what you were hearing, and again, I get that these are comparatively unsubstantiated reports, but what we were getting to hear from some reports that I saw was that apparently Mr. NAQVI, the troller memer that he is, was telling the Pakistan team that you guys do anything on the field, I'll take care of it, allegedly. And I'm saying, I will put this out there with a caveat, pinch of salt, it is allegedly.
Yeah.
I know Indian media reports have picked it up, but there's a reason I've not run it until now, because now it's irrelevant anyway.
We cannot run this content from a memer. I'm sorry.
But then it tells you everything. What aukat are you talking from? And I hate using that word, by the way. I really don't like it. But my point is, you can bully someone when you have a leg to stand on. You can give big talk when you have a leg to stand on. You don't have a leg to stand on. And all you're doing is making yourself the laughing stock of the world. The phrase, any publicity is good publicity, is no longer applicable or valid in the current days. They're just not. It's not. There's no such thing as good publicity.
Taking today's match as another proof, I'd in fact say that at the moment in Asia, there's not one but two Bangladesh teams. I'll tell you why. Because this Pakistan side, while what do we say about Bangladesh, that they get themselves in winning positions and are not able to take the pressures of international cricket, and that's why umpteen times they've shot themselves in the foot. This whole week was also a reminder of Bangladesh, right? Again, 140, they botch up that chase as well. What do Pakistan do? They do nothing different. 120 in New York, you could not chase back, which should have been chased in any part of the world. No matter how the wicket's behaving, 120 runs should be chased down. Today as well, look at the matches that you played. I won't say the first match. The second one was still a bit closer. The first was an easy walk in the park for the Indian team. But why? When is it that we've seen Pakistan be able to handle the nerves or be able to get over the line? You don't ever see them do that. 120 runs, like I said, should have been chased today as well, given the start, everything that they had. Why do we only say that Bangladesh, will shoot themselves in the foot? I think Pakistan also very much shoot themselves in the foot every time. They will do something good for themselves, but they'll take 2 steps back.
I will point out, we'll talk about 3 major points. Holding on to this, okay? Why Pakistan cannot perform under pressure against India related to this game in particular. Okay. Number one, the classic case where Pakistan lost the match. Moment number one, and we'll discuss, we'll have some points on that. The missed run out, the Tilak Varma. Now, what had happened was that Tilak Varma was sent back because Shivam Dube apparently just couldn't get the second run. He thought it was risky, so he sent Tilak back. The ball was thrown. But what was Mohammad Haris doing? Because apparently, when he couldn't collect it properly, he took those extra seconds to whip the stumps so that it could be lit. Apparently, the contact wasn't made that well. That's why the stumps didn't light up the first time. Tilak's bat was still in the air, but then he had just managed to make it. And that is why, when he did it for the second time, the bails lit, but Tilak Varma was safely in. And there was no replay. They didn't show replays after that. Which is where point number one, where Pakistan lost that particular game, was Tilak Varma surviving that run out. And he gave me Kamran Akmal vibes. Solidly gave me Kamran Akmal vibes.
You know, actually what I was thinking is that I understand the point you were making, and you were right. Because even when I watched the replay, I'm like, hold on, I can see the stump getting hit. But he clearly hadn't collected it properly. So instead of, I think the right thing to do in that sort of circumstance would have just been to uproot the thing. Go for the uprootion. You had the ball in your hand, just uproot it. If you've broken it, what is the next thing they tell you to do? Uproot the stump. No, he decided to wait to collect it and then give it an extra hard knock. Those crucial 2-3 seconds, I think it would have been, those 2-3 seconds were enough for Tilak to slide his bat in properly. Mind you, his bat was over the line, but it was up in the air.
That made a huge difference. Okay. Tilak Varma surviving that, and had he been run out, I think he was on 30 if I'm not mistaken.
This could have been a very different match.
We would have not been trolling Pakistan. Instead, the thing would have been, see what your overconfidence led you to. But Tilak Varma surviving that particular bit exposed Pakistan's frailty. Because in normal circumstances, any other team would have collected the ball and would have just effected the run out. But here, because of Pakistan's lack of skills, they just couldn't get going. And I think in that period, one catch was also dropped, if I'm not mistaken.
Sanju's catch was dropped.
Sanju's catch was dropped. Imagine.
And it was in
And that was
12,
a
I
dolly,
think.
by the way.
Yeah.
57 run partnership. 20 for 3 you were. At that point, he had not even contributed that much in the partnership. What a different story that would have made.
He was dropped on 12, was it?
And he went, 12
He
runs,
wanted to
but
make 24. He's made double the runs, and those double the runs in a run chase as small as this, every run matters.
Exactly.
Really, is that simple?
Which is why, ever since creation, Pakistan's perennial problem, fielding. Although they did field well today, but that 2 missed chances ensured that Tilak Varma would get a lifeline. Major point yet again. That cataclysmic collapse. 9 for 33. No team can come back in that sense. Oh, and the Prime Minister has also tweeted.
Sure, are we sure?
Yeah, that's his.
That is his handle. It is. Operation Sindoor on the game's field. Yeah.
That's him.
Operation Sindoor on the game's field. Outcome is the same. India wins. Congrats to our cricketers. Well,
Nothing more to add.
nothing more to add. Yeah. This had to happen. Because the government had clearly given the instruction at that point in time on September 14th. We were in tow with the government. We were in tow with the BCCI, whatever they would do. But yet they haven't shown the presentation yet. I'm wondering why. It's been close to 30 minutes.
Yeah, we've not seen anything, in terms of what the players and everything. You haven't seen anything on the field
Unless
per se. I don't know if-
there is no presentation.
That would be really
See,
messed
they-
up.
Then you'll have to do it behind closed doors then.
because
the trophy.
all you've seen is
You've seen fireworks go off.
Yeah.
You've seen the players be on the boundary and get interviewed by the broadcasters. They've gotten interviewed by the broadcasters.
that was half hour back, Shane.
Yeah, the only other time
Yeah,
I
that was
remember there
half hour
being this
back.
much of a delay in the presentation. 2024 IPL final. But that I still understood. The final ended very early.
Yeah.
They had to add TV time because I think the bare minimum they would have been expected to go till 12 o'clock. Here, though, I don't think this is a broadcaster issue. I think this is an organizer issue. I think there is, in fact, some sort of an issue that's going on. I think we'll get to know
it.
in due course.
Yeah. But then today, do you guys agree that India were put under unknown pressures at what they've seen in the Asia Cup? Because number one, this is the other major point. Under Surya Kumar Yadav has not performed with the bat. Abhishek Sharma didn't perform. Golden opportunity missed by Shubman Gill today to contribute. But do you think that we should be worried because of India's batting depth? If the top order fails, then maybe we shouldn't be all that worried. What do you think?
No. I think your middle order is also there for a reason, right? And there will be times that they'll be asked to come in and chip in also. Not always are you going to be bailed out by your top 3, 4. This is something that we saw, and bulk of the scoring this time as well in the build up to the final was done right at the top. 300 plus runs had come from Abhishek Sharma, about 166 had come from Tilak. There was always going to be a time, and that's why you have a batting lineup, right? You don't have just 4 batters. You have for a reason you've put 7, 8 batters in your side, and from time to time, yes, it's a very good indicator about the health of your top order, the fact that your middle order doesn't get to play much. In fact, I do remember India had the fewest opportunities from batters 6 to 11 in terms of balls faced this whole tournament. But come the day, what this tells you is that these are very capable batters as well that you got in the middle order, and when the job is to be done, when the pressure is there, they know how to go about their business. That's what we saw today.
And I mean, look at it this way. You've had, the top order contribute pretty much throughout the tournament. What has been our biggest complaint more often than not in recent years? I remember it for ages being that if the top 3 don't contribute, then the bottom can't win you anything. Now we're finally seeing that play about.
I'm actually happy in a way that India were put in under the cosh. They were put in a situation where they had to look at new match winners, and you got all those match winners as well. So that was actually heartening to see, because like I said, not always will the top order fire. They're not machines, right? They will have their bad day as well, and it was just so that not 1, not 2, but 3. In fact, your top 3 only, 1, 2, 3, all departed very quickly. You were 20 for 3 and you had to turn to other people. When you did, you got exactly what you wanted out of them. So it's good in a way. So I'm actually happy. I think today's match, the way it's played out, where you needed a 30 odd from a Dube, where you needed a 60 from a Tilak, where you needed Rinku to hold on to his nerves and score the winning runs right on cue. We see that also on the screen. It is, I think, a sign of a very healthy and a robust team, Siddharth. So I'm not worried.
Yeah, today, see, even in 21st, you are not worried. You kind of ensured that, okay, Tilak once again stepped up. I think it was 40, if I'm not mistaken, on 21st, and helped you win that game. And you are stretched even there as well. But today, you have shown that the middle order can contribute. Even if Abhishek has a bad day, no issues. You can do well. But honestly, guys, one major thing. 19th over. 8-minute delay, because FAHEEM Ashraf was down with cramps, and momentum could have swung anyway. Even our on-air commentators at that time were saying this could help Pakistan. Did it give you Barbados vibes?
Totally. The first thing I thought of was Rishabh Pant going down with that injury, or better yet, you remember another very popular instance when Jonathan Trott made that signal to the Afghanistan players, and I think it was Gulbuddin Naib who went down like a sack of potatoes.
Yes.
Everything just reminded me of that. I'm like, oh man alive, it just seemed like that. And the thing is that FAHEEM after that took an absolute eternity to get ready. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know this because this sport has a lot of rules. But how long before the umpires will then say, right mate, off you go. If you are feeling like you're unable to, bowl, then get someone else on to bowl. Because the amount of time that was there, the 2 batters in the middle could have had a damn tea break. There was so much time. He went
8
down.
minutes, yeah.
He first tried to bowl the ball. There was a bit of a landing issue. That seemed fairly legitimate. Then after that, the cramp was there. They called the physios. They were, holding his legs up to ensure the cramp goes. I get all of that, and I get why Pakistan would want to ensure that he bowls that over, because if they didn't, see, they couldn't have turned to Haris. The only other options then was it was actually the skipper, Salman Ali Aga or Nawaz. You didn't want to go to Nawaz because you had 2 left-handers there. In fact, the advantage India had today, the unintended advantage that India had by not having Hardik and bringing in a Rinku in his place, is that after a point you totally negated Nawaz. They were afraid to bowl Nawaz because you had 2 left-handers in the pitch for so long. They didn't think of bringing him on. And even here, in a pressure situation, matches they had to bowl Nawaz with 2 left-handers there. No. They didn't want that. But I'm sorry, the amount of time that went there, It was a little long.
See, when Maxwell had that injury, when he was down with cramp in the World Cup, he was getting significant. Although I don't know what was the time taken. Every coming.
Every over.
Yeah, but in his case, he was in visible pain.
Yeah.
That pain was visible, and there is, in fact, I think it was palpable as well. That man was writhing in pain the whole time.
Constantly. The only thing he was doing was hitting. He had to miss one of those and he was a dead man. He was gone because he was not grabbing.
In the case of Rishabh Pant, now we know it was simulation. Even today as well, you don't know how authentic this was, or was this just another simulation? But unfortunate for Pakistan, this was also failed in a way.
See, there is no rule as such whether it is you're faking an injury or not. Okay, there is a rule for fake fielding, but there is no rule that dictates, oh, you won't be timed out if you can't bowl, unless the physio tells the umpire that he can't bowl. Then you have to get a different bowler. There is no time as to injury on the field, because you don't know. Maybe you would want him. It's a final. Why you want to get him out? He may be your prime asset, and he got the wicket of Shivam Dube, by the way. Then you needed 10 of 6. So it could have gone anyway.
But all I'm saying is, and I think this is what I don't know, again, I'm no expert, but once all the treatment was done, he got through 6 balls just fine.
He did.
There was no sort of a grimace, no sort of a this thing. He was bowling okay.
He was bowling. As I said, it could have been gamesmanship. It could have been all of that. Which is why once you set a precedent, and if you can't justify it, then this is the problem.
See, and that's an issue which is there across sports, by the way. It's not always possible. Like, I'll give you the best example from football now is that if a player gets injured, then he has to go off the field to get treatment, except if it's the goalkeeper. Yeah. So that is why nowadays you'll see a lot of goalkeepers inconspicuously just end up going down. You know why? Because what happens then is that they're not reduced to 10 men. The keeper can get treatment and the game is stopped. So it's a very clever way to kind of do some gamesmanship, and it's a grey area. It's an absolute grey area.
Can you just check what is going on? Because I think there is something brewing. It can't be this long, the delay. It has been
just check.
Also, you mostly get live visuals from the field after the match is done. You get reactions. You're there on the field or just on the boundary rope. You see these interactions happen with the broadcaster, the player and the broadcaster. But at the moment, we're only getting visuals of inside the studio. From the stadium, we're not able to get anything. So maybe I actually think there's something happening over there.
Something is brewing, because it won't take 40 minutes for you to arrange everything. And right now it is 11 o'clock in Dubai. The fireworks, the post-match thing, everything's been done at this point in time. Normally in an ICC event, at max 20 minutes, at max 25 minutes, at max 30 minutes. But you know why I think the delay is there? The status of Mohsin Naqvi. As protocol, he has to be there to give the trophy. But you know with India and Pakistan what is happening. There will be no handshake. If Surya doesn't take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, then he risks a ban. Because ACC and ICC will say, oh, you can't take it from a ACC head. It could result in a level 4 offence. Maybe. But I think they are trying to find a middle ground. That is why there has been a...
Quite possible, because there's nothing I'm seeing anywhere to suggest what exactly is happening. Because right now everything is just radio silence. And look, if you look behind and you know what we get in the live visuals.
It seems like lights been dimmed as well.
Yeah.
Although I think the glasses could be tinted.
Could anything
be, but I don't see any movement outside also.
Yeah.
So that's what makes it even
just trying to
funnier.
check on...
Maybe it may come in the next 2-3 minutes, but it's been a long delay. I think they have been trying to find a middle ground of what to do with Mohsin Naqvi when he comes. Because there is a huge issue. I mean, how can you shake hands with Mohsin Naqvi at this point in time? How can you shake hands with anything to do with Pakistan? Because I think none of the Indian players shook hands and they have gone in. Okay.
Yeah.
So that is the situation. And it sums up this entire
Tournament.
Asia Cup for me. And it is all reflected in the antics of one individual. And that will be another major talking point. For Haris Rauf, this match, 6 of 4, bowled by a Yorker, and Bumrah gives him that celebration.
I just came across a hilarious tweet while trying to figure out what's happening over there. There's somebody who tweets, breaking news, Haris Rauf will get promoted to Field Marshal after his match-winning performance in the final.
He hit a 50.
Yeah, he hit a 50. And he hit a 50, he took 6 wickets.
Yeah.
And ensured that Pakistan won the Asia Cup. But one disclaimer, it was in your dreams. Okay?
Yeah, but by the way, and everything which I'm seeing on social media so far is just people asking, what is the issue? Why is it taking so long? So they're there seems to be some mystery because no one seems to quite be able to figure out why there is no match presentation. Very
As of now,
interesting.
I'm telling you, there
No,
is-
see, I think your hypothesis is right, Siddharth. I think it's right. That's probably it. I'm just waiting for some sort of a official confirmation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are not getting said official confirmation yet.
Correct. So the Asia Cup, Pakistan's performance against India today, all is symbolized through one individual, Haris Rauf. 6 of 4. Prior to that, he was the main instigator. 6 wickets. 6 wickets. 6-0. And he did the flight celebration bit. Because the fans were giving it back with chants of Kohli at that point. But yeah, that's another debate altogether. Today, his actions could not be backed up. Because now I come to know, in the form of Saibzada Farhan, the 21st of September celebration was deliberate. He didn't do it today. Either he was censured because he was aware, okay.
Yeah, he was given a warning, no,
He was given a warning.
Yeah, and also I have to point this out, and it could be my memory failing me, but I usually trust my brain for such things. When he got to his 50, it did seem like he was about to lift his bat, but then I think he just kind of stopped himself and didn't.
See, there was a smirk as well, you saw. And in the Pakistan camp as well, you could see that they knew what exactly is it that he was up to.
Correct. And don't be surprised if Pakistan then decide to complain that, oh, how dare Jasprit Bumrah does this. Don't be surprised. That's how Pakistan operates. And that's why this game was won by skills. Whatever mental DRAMABAZI you wanted to do, it failed miserably. And that is where I think Pakistan need to introspect. Because you came into this match not as the underdogs or anything. You just came on a whim. You huffed and puffed your way into the final, but your batting and your bowling were not backed up by it. And that is where I think India are head and shoulders above you in Asia. Beat Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka put up a better fight than you, Pakistan. At least they tried chasing 202. But they couldn't do it in the power play. They just went there. So that's why this is a massive thing. So in this game, there were 4 major talking points that we have touched upon. In a whole, when you have to look at it, how do you sum up? Because now for the 3rd straight event, you've now gone undefeated. T20 World Cup, Champions Trophy, Asia Cup, all multi-nation events, you have won without losing a single game. Okay, this was the visuals that we've seen from Dubai.
Yes, this is what we got to saw after the thing was done. The Ring of Fire truly, living up to its name.
Illuminating furthermore.
And there were fans also cheering, celebrating and all of that, which is obviously at this point in time.
Obviously, these visuals coming in courtesy the news agency ANI, as you can see as well. But yeah, that's all in fact that we've seen in terms of celebration at the Dubai International Stadium. Still a little clueless, even though Nikhil, our man, is there. But and we're still awaiting an update from him. He's just busy with the TV show, so we'll fill you in. Just be with us, don't go anywhere. We're trying to figure it out. Shivam's also quite relentlessly trying to pull out information that we can filter out for you and tell you what exactly is it. But something's definitely up over there, and so we say that because it's just unusual. You don't see this radio silence after there's a big final, and the first thing that's very odd in terms of what's happening at the moment is these long breaks which aren't usually there. I'm guessing maybe there's a director that's gone across to the broadcaster as well, and you will see live action, you see live visuals from the boundary rope where entire staff is out there, the team's out there. Now that we've seen is the anchor be in the company of 3-4 cricket analysts inside the studio. That's it. Very strange in terms of what's happening right now. Also, we're showing you some visuals of what celebrations across the country are looking like. These are visuals from Lucknow. There you see
It's a very brave man holding that thing in his hand.
that I think it's called a pie.
It's a gun. It's a gun or something. It's like shaped like a gun, and then this kind of sparkles they come out in that sense.
Pyro or something.
I think it's a pyro gun. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it's the
flags out. People are dancing. Why not? Of course, you've beaten.
Whenever you guys request.
We are not going to ask you for tariffs, please.
No, I won't ask you for tariffs, and I will not impose any tariffs. But guys, what can I say about this win? PM Modi is a great friend of mine. I love India. I may put tariffs on them, but I love them. And they remind me of that viral speech of mine because all they do is win. And when we tell them, no, we're tired of winning, I'll say, no, we're going to win more. And we're going to win more. And no, Indian cricket team, you're going to win more. You don't get tired of winning. You will keep winning. And you're going to say, stop. We don't want to win so much. We're tired of winning. And I'm going to say, no, we're going to win more. And that's exactly what the Indian team have done.
For people who may not know, this is a perfect impression of
Donald
POTUS.
J. Trump.
POTUS.
Donald J. Trump, 45th POTUS of the United States. So yes, this is what we are looking at this point in time. And there are a lot of celebrations coming in from Rajasthan,
You know what's
from
not coming
Jharkhand.
in? It's not coming in? The presentation.
The presentation,
Yeah,
yes.
look at this. There's some military
Yep.
kids also, or kids dressed up in military uniforms.
Exactly. So it's
Oh, yeah.
Garba.
Yes,
It's Garba.
Garba going on as well. Yes,
Yeah.
this Garba is also going on.
Yeah, Ajmer. This is Ajmer.
Ajmer, that is correct.
So, from the day of Katyayani, you have now come to Kalaratri. This was the 7th day. This is Saptami, by the way.
Saptami, yeah.
Yes, and it's a great day that you look at it. Katyayani, if you were to look at Hindu mythology, she killed Mahishasur. So, she was called Mahishasur Vardhini. And then she morphed into the 7th day, which is Saptami, and you're having the ultimate form, Kal Ratri.
It's a very pious and time for Indians in general.
It
this
is, it
particular
is.
time.
It is a very festive time that has only gotten exasperated 10x because of what has happened in this particular encounter in Dubai, that India have managed to win by 5 wickets, and it has ensured that certain people will trend for the right reasons, certain people will trend for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
and one of the trends that I'm looking at it is why no presentation at this
Why
point in
is
time.
okay, and see, this is what really baffles me, guys. All right, everyone.
Okay,
every-
now we see. We finally
Oh.
got a glimpse of there being a bit of an assembly sort of take place. So something's definitely
But
up.
They've taken an age.
Yeah.
I think there has been some diplomatic maneuvering behind.
Yeah.
This is in
On Pooch in Jammu and Kashmir.
Pooch, Jammu Kashmir. Okay.
The army men as well.
Yeah.
There you see.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
the
are.
actual heroes and celebrating a nice little win
Yeah.
by the Indian cricket team. Dear God, I hope there's no match footage. Yeah, there's no match footage.
Yeah,
Very good.
there
Very
isn't.
good.
There isn't. So yeah, I mean,
Our
Jammu
jobs
and
aren't worth
Kashmir.
being my friends.
Yeah, Jammu and Kashmir, as you know, has always been the epicenter of all these tensions, and you can see when it comes to India versus Pakistan at this particular point in time, it's
You see where the loyalty
the
is
celebrations are uninhibited at this point in time.
as they should be.
Yep.
And yeah, thank God, by the way. And as for the presentation thing, look, I'm sure we'll get to know a lot of details
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
coming
yeah.
24 hours. But I mean, my only surprise is why the hell wasn't this mapped out beforehand? Anyone with half a brain knew there would be some issues when it comes to this. Anyone with half a brain.
I think they had no other choice. For one simple reason, I think Mohsin Naqvi played hardball.
Could
He refused to budge. Now, in this particular situation, when the Indian team might have probably threatened an escalation, then you risk double humiliation. The handshake snub really humiliated Pakistan. And they have not been the same since. They have resorted to these kind of dramebazis from that snub. Which is why I think Mohsin Naqvi refusing to yield and Mohsin Naqvi ensuring that, okay, this was not, I'm not going to budge from my position. I think this is the outcome of it. See, it's 12:50. You've had a delay of close to 40 to 45 minutes.
And actually, yeah, that could be it. A lot of people are pointing out that they perhaps, were waiting for fans to leave. Although that does seem
That
to be
makes
a bit,
little sense.
I mean, if there is no fans, then what is
What's
the
the
aim that you are?
presentation? Yeah.
What is the aim? You don't want the hooting and everything. You
Are
are.
you back in COVID times?
Yeah.
This is like Liverpool winning their 19th.
Mm.
I mean,
20th. Was it 20th?
No, 19.
19th. Okay.
I mean, why would they want to wait for the fans to leave? It's absurd. I am telling you what is going on. I think Mohsin Naqvi is playing hardball. They're looking for a diplomatic thing like who should give the trophy. I think someone higher up in the Emirates Cricket Board might be giving it because India will not take the trophy from
I
Mohsin
think that's
Naqvi.
my educated guess as well. There has to be some lobbying that's happening right now, some sort of conversation happening, and in India's time now probably to be throwing their weight. Why, Siddharth, to answer your earlier question, why I think this wasn't figured out beforehand, because you weren't sure who the winner is going to be. So you could not then maybe Shane, then it becomes a case of jumping the gun. You can't go out there and outrightly say beforehand, right? That's no
I'm not saying they have to
negotiation.
say it beforehand. I'm saying they can plan it beforehand.
But how? You've got to rope in Mohsin Naqvi as well, because he's the ACC president.
Correct.
And you can make a case only after you are rightful winners of the trophy,
I'm
right?
saying, see, you know these tensions exist. So and they exist on both sides. So what you could have done was, okay, listen guys, if you guys win it, if India wins it, then so-and-so will come to present it, neutral this thing. If Pakistan win it, then Mohsin comes. If you really wanted to engage in those conversations, they could have been done.
I think
there was silence on both sides.
There was a protocol issue. Because why I tell you the protocol, Mohsin Naqvi is the ACC head. And when you win a major tournament, the ACC head does give you the trophy.
In the World Cup as well that happens. Right?
ICC head gives
the
you.
ICC head is the one to present the trophy.
So
And
that is why.
going by that, it's very difficult then to be negotiating.
It is a
because
protocol
you are asking, what you are asking for is going against the protocol, going against the norm, and you go against the norm only when you won the cup. Maybe that is when maybe you can try and do that, not before. And anything you do before that is hypothetical.
Absolutely. So that is why I think this is going to be a major issue. I think the Indian team will not budge.
Yeah.
Mohsin Naqvi is not budged. So they are playing massive diplomacy behind the scenes. I think someone from the Emirates Cricket Board will have to be there if you want to have a presentation ceremony to give the trophy. Because India will not accept it from Mohsin Naqvi. And it's a clear-cut stance that was made clear on 14th. Surya Kumar Yadav got a lot of trolling because he shook hands with Mohsin Naqvi. Now would he want to risk it? But that is what. And if you don't take it from the ICC head and if you boycott the presentation bit, you do risk a ban. You do risk, because it could be termed a level 4 offense. Which is why I think they are playing massive diplomacy at the
truth be told, these are things you knew beforehand. Yeah. The moment that you were participating, you knew things that you had to do, things that you could have avoided. What you could have avoided, you've already avoided. That is very minimal engagement with Pakistan, and it's happened at the very minimal level as well. But winning the trophy, taking it from Mohsin Naqvi again, you knew these things beforehand. But could you have done anything about it? Perhaps not. What do you do about it? He is, you know, there's a musical chairs or that rotating presidentship that you have when it comes to the ACC top post. It's going to happen. That's something that wasn't going to change. He is the interior minister of Pakistan. That is something you cannot do anything about. You decided to take part in the tournament. You may have decided after, as fallout of what happened on the first day of the tournament, that you're not going to be shaking hands, and you took that decision after that huge blow up was there from that incident. But this, I think, again, there's only so much you can do about it. And I'm pretty sure India are trying to get their way out over here, but I think it's going to be difficult.
It will be difficult. So that is why, see, before we wait a further bit more for the presentation, if and when it happens.
See, guys, I told we are waiting. It's a very spicy dish. It's a very flavorsome dish that we're having. And the best part will come during the presentation. See how much you are having to wait for it.
Yeah. But what was your most favorite moment of the final?
You want like a cricketing answer, or
let's not go for the off-field bit. Yeah, whatever happened on the field. Indian players doing the Abrar celebration. Okay.
Look at that. Abrar.
Jitesh, the same duo who were there in the Rinku Singh.
And they're doing it to Sanju, because Sanju is the one who got it.
Yes.
And see, it's three of probably the most trolly ones in the team. There's Jitesh Sharma, there's Arshdeep, and that's Harshit Rana.
Yeah. Although the presentation thing is set up there.
Yeah, but
also the three who did take part in today's match, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The three who didn't take part. Yes. Harshit, Jitesh, and
I'm guessing they had all the time to be thinking about it.
Creative things to do with.
We have the background thing also.
The presentation.
Shivam also makes a very valid point. If you take a look at this, Shivam, can we just freeze it there? Just a moment. Just go a couple of seconds back.
3 seconds.
Yeah, there you
See,
see.
you can see
See,
very
what this also tells you is this particular frame will also give you an idea as to what's happening in the background. So clearly something's been done. You see the hoardings are in place, the sponsor hoardings, and the preparation work is on in terms of getting things started for the presentation. But as we've told you, there are some conversations happening in the ACC corridors.
What happened on the field only? What was your favorite moment?
We're talking cricketing perspective.
Cricketing,
Great.
yeah.
See, cricketing for me, I think Rinku Singh coming in and doing what he did. Not just the batting, he took 2 very good catches, was generally excellent on the field, and then had the chance to win the tournament after having barely featured in the tournament. In fact, not barely, having not featured in the tournament.
First ball of the tournament.
The first ball he's faced, he hits for a 4 and wins you the match. Okay,
Yeah.
no problem. Easy as you like. That was one. I think the other was, of course, the bowling which the 2 Indian spinners did, the spin twins. My
Or the
God.
spin triplets.
Akshar was good, but I'm saying I'm looking at the wicket-taking bowlers.
Correct.
The ones who really got in there, Kuldeep, Varun, my goodness. It's nice to see an Indian spin duo operating after a while. We had Kulcha. What do we call these guys?
Vakul.
Vakul, maybe? Yeah.
Vakul or...
Oh, you can call them
Kulram.
Kulcha. We could call them Kulcha only, no? Chakravarti.
oh yeah, Chakravarti.
It is Kulcha 2.0.
Kulcha 2.0, yeah.
This is
Or
Kulcha
Kulran.
2.2. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can say, I think that those, because I think, look, the way their openers had started had laid a very good platform for them. Of course, Pakistan then doing Pakistan things, the batters thereafter all batted in the form of a phone number. 80136.
80504. 80504.
It was all that. It was just pretty much all that.
Yeah.
And that came down to excellent bowling. Nothing else.
Harshad.
I think my favorite moment is actually that over from Haris Rauf. The second over that he bowled, because India really needed that over to come. The required run rate had started to climb. You were now staring at a required run rate of nearly 11, and on this sticky wicket, you needed that pressure to be released, and that pressure was released in the second over that Haris Rauf bowled. The way that Dube and Tilak batted in that over, I think that is what allowed India that opening to be getting back on track. Otherwise, India were closed out by Pakistan and strangled in many ways, but you needed to create that opening for yourself, and it happened in that over of Haris Rauf, where you could now begin to think of making a comeback in the match. Otherwise, Pakistan, for the large part of this match, in fact, were the team in greater control in the second innings.
For me, the moment was the 19th over that was bowled by Jasprit Bumrah. Okay? That Yorker.
Siddharth, I asked you whether you want something cricketing or not.
That was cricketing.
The Yorker was good.
The Yorker
There
from
was
Haris
no
Rauf.
tail under, yaar.
But still, I mean, see, Pakistan's tail, you only pointed out that stat, Harshit. Pakistan's tail has performed better than the Pakistan top order.
Yes, 140 strike rate.
Exactly. Already he had gotten a boundary. You're thinking, oh damn, if we get some more boundaries, a 150, 160 somewhere in that range could have been challenging. But he got the Yorker. And incidentally, he was run out. He was out for 6. Summed up Pakistan's humiliation for me. It was in the middle of that humiliation. India, by that one symbolic statement, what they did was they backed up their words with action. It wasn't the other way around. Pakistan just clanged empty vessels. They didn't do any action on the field. When he got the Yorker, he got the wicket, then he did this. Rather than doing all of this and not taking a wicket and then becoming a fool on the field. So when he got rid of Haris Rauf, it resulted in the fact that 10-15 runs additional irritating runs that would come from the tail are gone. So that is where 146 you restricted them to was quite a good thing. And I mean, there is this meme going around of, I don't know what, is it for, which film is it from?
This is probably from Ford versus
This is
Ferrari.
Ford, yes.
Ford versus
Ford versus
Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Okay, so Tilak Varma is getting all the appreciation, but Shivam Dube should get some appreciation. A diamond that was honed by a certain MS Dhoni in Chennai Super
And
Kings.
there, see, we're showing an MS Dhoni giving him the appreciation.
Yeah. I mean, see, prior to 2022, we didn't know what was Shivam Dube's career. He was at the crossroads. But he bounced back first with the bat, and then he ensured that he's also transformed into a rather decent bowler under Monemokhal's tutelage. Today, his calculated aggression was the second most favorite thing for me. Calculated aggression. He chose the moment, he hit it. Tilak got that patience and that stability because Dube ticked off at the other end. And that's where I think these are my two moments which are very, very good in this Asia Cup final for me. Because had it not been for Dube's calculated hitting, Rinku, Aksar might have come under some pressure at this stage. So,
Shivam?
what is the current status?
The current status is, and we're going to be putting those visuals out rather soon. The Indian team is out there. I can see them they're sitting in a circle at the moment. Some boos as well were aimed at Mohsin Naqvi is also something I just picked up. And now, any moment, I think you'll be cutting to live visuals where Mohsin Naqvi is part of the presentation party. I can see a lot of officials, including those from the Emirates cricket board, and Mohsin Naqvi is also standing right there as part of the presentation panel.
It's taken you 1 hour. It's taken a 1 hour delay. Same delay which Pakistan did, by the way, in the game against UAE. They did that similar delay, and because of that, they've only made themselves a laughing stock. And if, now I got it.
You're listening?
One of our family members was saying, right, they're waiting for the crowd to go. Is it because that Mohsin Naqvi was going to be subject to booing?
You can't really.
That's fragile egos of next level.
Yeah, and can you
Can
really ask the crowd to leave like that? Can you really ask the crowd to leave like that?
You can't.
Exactly. They're there for a reason, and they've been, they've sat there for 4.5 hours. They've seen the team
5
win.
hours now.
Yeah, they've seen the team win, and you can't be stripping the crowd from their right to watch the winning moment as well, and or see what that winning moment also brings you, which is that trophy. You want to see your team go ahead and
But see, this is also a new input we're getting. Mohsin Naqvi and the other guests are on the podium. The Indian players are standing or sitting somewhere else on the ground. They're not close to the podium. See?
Yeah.
They're not close to the podium. They have dug their heels in.
They have dug their heels in, and this is going to escalate even further.
Excuse me.
Because if Mohsin Naqvi and the others are on the podium waiting, they are, I think, waiting for the...
See?
Okay. Not looking good. I think the escalation is going to happen big time now.
No, it's not going to happen, Siddharth. It has happened. If the podium is set up and they are choosing to not go and attend the presentation, that means the escalation is
well, where's the host as well? I'm looking for the host. You usually have somebody host the presentation ceremony, right?
Maybe they'll not host it until the team is in
Yeah,
place.
there are too many ifs and buts
Yes,
now.
we're seeing the video play out.
Yeah.
Look where the presentation is and look where the Indian players are. They're nowhere close.
Yeah, they are near the boundary
They
rope.
know the boundary ropes, they're just sitting. See? Majority of them are just sitting there. So, there's your stalemate, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen of all ages.
Pakistan's humiliation's complete. If that is the thing, I think their humiliation's only going to get compounded 10x at this point.
Look at that. No, we've
the
got
crowd
more
is still there, by the way.
Yeah, see, the crowd is still there plenty. And look, the fans, the players are sitting there. The podium is set up over there, and they are just not going. They are not going, ladies and gentlemen.
Big issue. Big issue escalating at this point in time, because this is a huge issue. Mohsin Naqvi is waiting at the podium, by the way.
Oh dear Lord, you've just made ACC chief, PCB chief, Pak interior minister, all just waiting over there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that's how you may treat memers at this point in time.
Yeah.
That's
That
how
is
you
correct.
will treat memers.
Well, see, that's it. There's your answer. There's your. We can put that speculation to rest. The presentation hasn't happened because the presentation is nowhere close to being done, and that is because there is a clear and obvious disagreement. The Indian players will not or do not want to take the trophy from Mr. Mohsin Naqvi.
Correct. And it is going to snowball into something much more massive tomorrow. It will, because there is repercussions in store for both parties, and it's already over an hour. And if both Mohsin Naqvi and the Indian cricket team have dug in their heels, We are in for a very long night. And see, they're continuously going over all the highlights and
Yeah,
everything and all of that. I think they are.
Now it's almost on loop what the broadcaster's doing.
Yeah, the broadcasters are spinning wheels, and I really don't blame them. They're in a very thankless position. They would have been thinking that they'd actually be done and dusted with everything by now. Unfortunately, that is not the case. It's not happening. There is nothing of the sort that is going on.
Yeah.
And, well, there you go. It is what it is.
Good luck. Good luck in trying to figure out what a stalemate can be in this. Whether there will be a solution through this, I really don't know. I really don't know, because the Indian players are not going to take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi. It's very much clear now. And the blame has to lie squarely on Mohsin Naqvi's feet. It has to land on him. He behaved like a child. He and his team and his board behaved like kids throwing toys out of the pram.
By extension, the government. Let's not be fair.
The government,
You have to remember that he does represent the government in a very powerful position, I mean.
The wheels started spinning from September 14th onwards, and it's only going to snowball. What began as a minor circle is now going to get huge.
Yeah, this is massive. I mean, there's no two ways of putting it in any other way. This is going to be huge, and this is going to blow up big time. This will
blow up big time, and I hope it does blow up big time, because now you've made two statements of intent. One, you're not going to take the trophy from a memer, from a terrorist rogue state. You're not going to, the words that you did and the actions that you did on September 14th is not in isolation. You will continue with this. The real test will come on 5th if the Indian women's cricket team don't shake hands with the Pakistan women's cricket team. Because it's an ICC event, the test will be even harder. What do you do then at this point in time? So that is where I think, the broadcasters now have absolutely no clue.
Oh, we've gotten a breaking news update that is coming in. India have refused to take the Asia Cup trophy from Mohsin Naqvi. India were waiting for 45 minutes for him to go away. But if he insists, India will lodge a protest.
Lovely. As I said, it is only going to snowball. And India will lodge a protest, and Pakistan's humiliation is all set to continue. Because as I mentioned, a rogue terrorist memer can't be there on the podium. I'm sorry. It's a clear-cut statement of intent that India will lodge a protest if he doesn't. And what is it? If he doesn't go, then India will lodge a protest.
That is correct. That's what we're getting to here.
Lovely.
That if he chooses not to this thing, yes, see, they've been waiting. And Pakistan haven't emerged from their dressing room.
Right.
That was what we were getting to hear from other sources as well. Let me just quickly go through. Is that, yes, there was lots of booing going on with a lot of players who were trying to emerge. They've refused to take the Asia Cup from, Mohsin Naqvi. They waited 45 minutes for him to go away. 45 minutes.
And has he gone away?
No, I mean, we just saw the visuals. I don't think he has.
Okay. So maybe it's about 10-15 minutes since that visuals came through, and I think the stalemate is continuing. And if it continues, if India lodge a protest, what's going to happen? Let's just look at the repercussions of what's going to happen. Either Surya and his team could get a big sanction.
Yeah.
What offense? I don't know. But we all were waiting for a presentation bit, Harshit. It's not happening. And I think now we are reaching that territory where I think, will it happen? Will a trophy celebration be done behind closed doors?
No, but Siddharth, I must say one thing. While I heard you say about how India have made their intention very clear and all, but I think this is borderline being a little brash as well, and being
brash by India.
Yeah, I think this is being brash as well from India, because see, there is a certain protocol that's always followed in every tournament, right? And while we've won on the field and everything, this is about just honoring the commitment as well. This is part of honoring the way that the sport is played.
Oh, we've got fresh visuals, by the way. Sorry, Harshit, to cut you. But this is big. And in fact, Shivam, we can show these visuals on our channel. It's there. I'm seeing it on the group, and I'm just describing it to you guys. And then we'll see the Asia Cup trophy was actually brought out, but then that person ended up taking it back. I don't think we're getting a presentation.
I don't think it's going to happen behind closed doors. And I don't mind this brashness.
We will give you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll give you a couple of minutes.
Yeah, Harshit, I don't mind this brashness.
Okay, go on. I'm listening. Yeah.
Because it is to put a rogue terrorist entity in their place. The fact that we were even playing this tournament is like, why? Why did we have to play this tournament? But I'm happy with the fact that you showed them their auqat on September 14th by not shaking hands. But now this is rubbing their noses in the dirt. And you have to do that. I'm sorry, the era of politics, don't mix it with sports, is gone. It's over.
Yeah, and as you guys would be able to see right now, you're getting the visuals over there, that a person carrying the Asia Cup trophy is going back. He's not going to, he's going back. He's just crossed the ropes. He's gone back. So he was actually being asked to go back. So this is not a case of, him walking towards it. And in fact, Shivam, if you can play the next one, see, he's being told, no, go back, go. But there is confusion. There is a lot of confusion we are getting to see on the ground. You can see it's come, it's gone. That plays out. And in fact, there's another visual there, which, Shivam, if you could play that would be great. You can close this one. Acha, he needs 2 seconds. But as you guys can see, or you guys will see right now, even this tells you an even better story, these particular visuals. They say that, pictures worth 1,000 words. This particular picture is worth, this particular video rather, is probably worth 1 million.
This one.
No, that's a photo we
That's
had
a photo.
already. No.
That one. This one you played, the other one.
The other one, the one at the side of it. Yes. See, this is the one. You will get to see it soon enough. Here, watch. The guy is going there. He's going out. He's going towards the stage to try and put the trophy down, and then he will end up turning back. He doesn't put the trophy down, because if you put it there, then it means that you're ready to actually give away the trophy.
Shivam, can we also show our viewers what is it that the BCCI has just put on its official Twitter handle? I'll just read out that caption for you. You see, there's a picture attached as well in which the players are seen lined up for the national anthem. It's a picture of that with the caption, 3 blows, 0 response, Asia Cup champions, message delivered, 21 crore prize money for the team and the support staff.
Okay, so it's been clear. The instructions have been given.
I think this tweet as well tells you 3 blows, 0 response. Again, you don't see that from the BCCI, but there it is. Just seconds back, this is what the BCCI has put. 3 blows, 0 response, and there is a message delivered. Asia Cup champions and 21 crore prize money. The escalation has happened, in fact.
It is.
The Prime Minister's tweet was
Operation Sindoor.
Yes, the Prime Minister is saying that Operation Sindoor on the games field, I think that's where it started. And there you see the escalation for 50 minutes. We've been told that the players have been on the field waiting for NAQVI to leave from the presentation party. He's refusing to budge for now. The Indian players are standing far away, and now you see the fact that BCCI have also gone ahead and put a tweet like that, which is a deviation from the usual, because what do? Usually just put a picture, there is a poster or a picture from the winning moment with the trophy saying whatever, we are champions. That's what we've seen in recent times. But the fact that you go ahead and post a message like that, 3 blows and 0 response, is there for the cricketing world to see, is a message delivered to Pakistan. And clearly what we're seeing play out in Dubai, at the Dubai International Stadium right now, we know where this is coming from. The escalation has been on for a while now,
And it's now reaching the peak.
And now the crescendo has just hit another level.
It is not brash. This is a calculated response. You had to play, and there was tremendous backlash when you decided to play. Okay? Boycott, because of Pahalgam, because of all this. What changed in the Pakistan team? Okay? And this is where I think, for all those deluded people who are saying don't mix politics with sport, there are 4 people who represent the perverted mindset that has enveloped Pakistan. Sahibzada Farhan, Haris Rauf, Abrar Ahmed, FAHEEM Ashraf, Mohsin Naqvi, Shaheen Afridi, all administrators and players.
There is one more update that I managed to pick. Pakistan players haven't emerged out of the dressing room, having retired after the defeat.
Of course. They can't show their face because they've been humiliated. Okay? Now you're saying this is brash, Harshit. I don't mind this approach for two simple reasons. One,
Okay.
the Pakistan team have got players who are infested with the terror ideology. FAHEEM Ashraf shared objectionable posts. Abrar Ahmed shared objectionable posts. You also had Saifzada Farhan do that deliberate provocation. And finally we are getting a presentation. Finally we have gotten a presentation.
Okay, now it's happening.
Ooh, it's finally happening.
Now
but
it's happening.
Lord.
No, this is only one part of the story. What's going to happen now? We have to see
Yeah.
carefully when, if Mohsin Naqvi gives the trophy, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I think the Indian players are not going to shake hands.
I doubt. I doubt.
I don't think we have not heard the last of it. So that's why your current Pakistan players are infested with a terror mentality. And it shows in the makeup of your team as well. Indian players didn't share anything objectionable during Operation Sindoor. They just hailed the armed forces. Yes, it is a political statement. We do admit it. We will not be in delusion like Pakistan. But when Haris Rauf and FAHEEM Ashraf did those particular actions, you reduced it to an enmity.
Oh, look on the stage. Look on the stage. I
Yeah.
don't see a Mohsin Naqvi.
He's there.
Is there?
No, no.
He's there. He's the
Shane.
third guy.
there.
So they pushed him back a little bit. And that potentially means he will not be giving away the
He
trophies.
might. See?
Oh, he's
Mohsin
there.
Naqvi is there.
But look at his face. Look at his face. He looks annoyed.
He will
looks
be
very
annoyed. See, this is the face of a man whose nose has been rubbed in the sand and has been humiliated.
Yeah.
That is the face. Which is why I don't mind this particular, you may say, gamesmanship from India. You have to show Pakistan their auqat, yaar. Enough is the days when we don't mix politics with sport. Enough. A rogue terrorist country has to be put in its place. And if this is the way to go about it, so be it. So be it. A memer and a guy who's reduced his cricketing board to a meme can't get respect. The Pakistan players don't deserve an iota of respect. At least 5 of them definitely don't. Whatever has happened to them, show it on the field. But they don't have the guts. It's not in Pakistan's DNA to show guts.
Yeah, what I feel bad for is that this is actually, and you have to always look at it from the other side also, is that in the midst of us trying to make a political statement, you've made a lot of fans actually leave. Look at the stands, man. They're empty. I understand Siddharth's point and I get where it comes from, but I think, that's why I was saying, I think this is something that could, and this is Pakistan's fault also, by the way, that you could have hashed out something beforehand. See, I'll give you an example, is that when India didn't want to play the Asia Cup 2023 in Pakistan, they were very clear. They said, look boss, we don't want to play. We cannot play. All we need to do is come up with a solution that can make the tournament go forward. So, what did you do?
Okay, now
You
we have
came up
to wait what will happen.
No, see, he only has to take it from the person.
Yeah.
And then he'll walk away. He'll pose for the photo and then he'll go.
I think there'll be no medals, right? You don't
No.
get medals in an ACC
you don't
event. I
get
think
medals for these events.
you get only in the ICC event.
Yeah, you get those for the ICC,
ICC event, yeah.
Just getting back to the point I was making is that when India wanted the hybrid model whereby they were playing their matches elsewhere and Pakistan were playing their matches in Pakistan, they were very clear. They said, look boss, the show must go on. We're playing a tournament, we'll play the tournament, but this is our demand beforehand. You can't go about it with it like this.
Yeah.
I am sure. Listen, I am sure that Pakistan knew this is coming. Instead of trying to negotiate and say, look guys, we know tensions are there. Let's let things go smoothly. You have to remember there's a lot of back staff and a lot of other people also who are part of the broadcast who have been delayed for over an hour for no good reason. There's not been a good reason. There's no good reason. So they could have also come forward and tried to say that, you know what guys, tensions and everything aside, there's a sporting tournament and we're going to keep it that way now. If India win the tournament, then so-and-so will present the trophy. Done, dusted. Instead, what you've done posturing. No.
Your ego.
Correct.
Your ego stands front of everything. Every other's time, every other's occasion of the tournament, you want to soar deliberately. And I blame Mohsin Naqvi for this.
Yeah, I think he's just as much to blame. On both sides, you have to say that there is fault, and I don't agree entirely with what we've done, but I also understand that this is not really down to the BCCI.
It's
This
come
would
from the
not be down
government.
to the BCCI. This is 110% a government directive.
Yes.
And they are doing nothing, so I will not hold them very accountable for the simple reason that I feel that they're only following their government's directives. It's a government directive. Meanwhile, Pakistan has a government representative over there. Arguably the second most powerful person third most powerful person. We know we know the army is the most powerful person in Pakistan.
Indeed,
But
indeed.
the second most powerful person within the government, if you look at it, what is it that we always say? It's in India, it's the Prime Minister,
Yeah.
and it is the Home Minister. That is the level of power. A Home Minister is someone very important.
Correct.
The Interior Minister is Pakistan's version of a Home Minister. That's someone very powerful who's running the board. You're telling me he had no inkling?
It's laughable.
It's very laughable.
This is the Auqat of Pakistan. Honestly, today and tomorrow, whatever has happened on 28th, whatever happened on 14th, whatever happens on 29th, it gladdens me because honestly, even now, I do not want India playing Pakistan anywhere. I don't want them playing. For the simple reason, this is where you hurt a rogue terrorist state, where it hurts them. For far too long, you have relied on cricket diplomacy and that nonsense called Aman Ki Asha. It's Aman Ki Ashes. There is nothing in it by which you have any semblance with Pakistan. You humiliate them, put a memer in place, and this is the statement you make. The BCCI tweet, it's gone against convention. The BCCI tweet is the direct representation of the government's policy.
Yeah, it's a direct. It circumvents the kind of posts you normally see from them. There'll normally be a celebratory graphic.
Yeah.
There'll be a few photos. Then there'll be a picture of the team posing with the trophy. It's usually that kind of stuff. 3 blows, no responses
It is a government directive.
it's 110% a full-on circumvention from what we're used to.
Correct.
Let's be fair.
So now we will see the Pakistan team coming.
Will we?
Of course, they'll have to, one of the captains has to, they have to come to talk.
And to be fair, it's Simon Dool who's doing the...
That will be no. But the main issue when the trophy, that is the main. Now, this is all routine, it's all there in the thing. But what is going to happen in the trophy? That is the major debate. Because who's going to present them? Who's going to present it? And okay.
Why is Abrar coming?
No, I think the players will all get certain things. I don't
Some
know.
memento, huh?
Some memento. And I think it will be Mohsin Naqvi giving it to them.
Yeah,
Yes.
there are mementos for both the sides.
Those look like medals, yeah.
Yeah, they are. Oh, so you do get medals, correct? You do get medals in the ACC event as well. So that is the thing. And Pakistan, it's going to... Yeah, player of the match is Tilak Varma. Yes, it had to be. I think the player of this tournament could be Abhishek Sharma or Kuldeep.
Could be Kuldeep, could be Abhishek.
16 wickets,
Actually,
right?
I would say you should give it to Abhishek.
Not very friendly batting conditions.
Yeah.
Or
Bowlers.
no, I would say...
But there was also a huge
Kuldeep.
gap, from what Kuldeep's managed to do and the others.
Today
Same
he
applies to Abhishek with the batting as well.
Yeah.
No one is close to his 300 runs. No one is close.
But I think you should give it to Kuldeep. He set up every game for you here. He set up every game. He ensured that, okay, let's just go on at this point and see. Sad faces, long faces in the Pakistan team. But you brought it upon yourselves, my friend. You brought it upon yourselves and you have to now live with this because you can't beat India.
It's funny in a way how for 3 consecutive Sundays you lost to the same team. It
could be 4 consecutive Sundays.
It could be 4 consecutive Sundays as well, but the same side, Siddharth, I'm talking about. The last 3 Sundays have been carbon copies for you. How do you get out of it and how do you live with it? It's something that sort of...
they live in a delusion. Na?
Also, you have to remember that one of the main reasons you want 3 India-Pakistan matches is the money it generates. If I'm a Pakistan cricket board administrator or a player, I ask myself, is that money really worth it? Do you want to go out there and constantly get humiliated? 3 games on the trot. I mean, it's one thing if you've lost the series 2-1, and I call it a mini series because it was a series within a tournament. 3 times you've played. You're the only team to have played 3 times. And you ended up losing every single time. Quite comprehensively. What even is the point?
Pakistan, as I've said, they represent certain things. P for pathetic. They're an embarrassment in more ways than one.
Okay, possibly possibly it could be the Emirates Cricket
Yeah,
Board
we-
vice president
Yes.
who will be giving away the trophy.
Correct.
Of course.
Correct.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think every member nation of the Asia.
There you see, NAQVI has already given the runners-up check.
So-
Now is the moment.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but
Actually, yeah, go on. Shiv.
multiple positions within even the ACC. It's not just obviously the board president. So, and I don't think every position is held by Pakistan or India. So it could very well just be
There
that
is Sri Lanka, there is Oman, there's all the associate Afghanistan, everybody has a stake in it.
exactly. So then that's all they had to do. It was that simple,
Yeah.
just that easy. Also, what is the significance behind his celebration? Tilak.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What is this?
What is Rohit's daughter's name again?
Wait. Yeah, it was there. And
'Cause we know-
Samaira.
Samaira.
Yeah, but Samaira. That has nothing to do with that. Yeah, Sammy.
Sammy. But
Yeah, but
then,
that has nothing to do with that.
There has to be a story there.
Surely.
Yeah.
surely,
What is?
what is this? We victory.
Could be. Yeah, could be a victory.
That's
thing.
him
It's
just
better
being
than
creative
this.
then.
Yeah.
It looks like a we.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tried.
It looks like victory for me. So I don't know. I might be wrong. I can't make sense of social media and whatever they post. It could be anything.
It's not just about posts, it's what he's doing.
It's cryptic, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's victory. This is the
Could
way
very
how
well be
victory
that.
is.
Could
It's-
very well be that.
Yeah, so. Oof. Very hard. I thought victory was this. It's actually like this. I
New
don't
ways of
know.
doing it. New ways of doing it.
Yeah.
Then now I know what is it that we need to get out of you in terms of the thumb for this particular stream.
This or this?
You'll be doing this.
I'll be doing this, yes. Although this was the more easier way. This or this. Oh no, this means peace. I think this means peace, right?
No, this is victory.
Victory.
Victory, yeah, but it's also the peace sign.
It's also the peace sign.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It is the peace sign. So, now the part is interesting.
Now the medals will be given to the winning team.
Yeah. Are they going to circumvent and just they're going to bypass Mohsin Naqvi? That's what I'll have to see. Okay, what instruction was Simon Dool given? I really don't know, because this is drama. Until the very last moment of this Asia Cup, you're seeing drama at this point in time, and it comes from Pakistan, unfortunately. But unlike this, where the serials are so short, this time the drama has lasted longer than their serials.
Yeah, this is a full-on episode. It's like an OTT episode at this point.
I think Kuldeep is your player of the tournament.
Seems so.
Yes, he is.
Yes, yeah, great choice.
Happy for him.
Jeez, look at the stadium. It's largely empty.
Yeah.
You've really not done.
Oh, but wait.
No, it's not been given by NAQVI.
Okay. It gave you that illusion that it was. Both were kind of giving it at that stage. So, yes, it is Kuldeep Yadav who's the player of the tournament. And good for him. And he's not getting an interview? Strange.
No.
Strange. Tilak Varma, player of the match, gets an interview, but player of the tournament doesn't get an interview. How weird indeed. I don't know whether it is okay. Salman Aga is like saying it's a tough pill to swallow right now. We lost wickets while batting. We're outstanding with the ball. We didn't have enough runs on the ball.
Oh no, I think it is Abhishek who's the player of the tournament, and that was just one of those multiple. Yeah, some super value player. Some power hitter of the thing.
Wait,
Whatever.
let's- Yeah,
It
you're
is,
right.
it is.
He's getting the car
key, the
also.
car key. Yeah.
Yeah, there it is. He does the driving
Yes.
gesture.
We have to sort our batting very soon. I don't know when that will happen. They bowled outstanding. They needed 63 from 6. I thought we had the game, but the batting was what cost us the game. I'm very proud of the team, and there's so much to look forward to. We'll work hard and come back stronger. Nothing, yawn, nothing much. Salman Aga could have said anyways. But yes, criticism will mount in Pakistan. But you know who I'm worried for at this point in time? Mike Hesson. I'm very worried for him.
Yeah, 3 losses against India in the same tournament has never happened.
Yeah, I hope he remains safe, Mike Hesson. I really hope so too. More breaking
There's
news.
a breaking news.
Yeah. We had
so
broken that.
We had broken that, yeah. So the ECB vice president.
Emirates Cricket Board, by the way, not the England Cricket Board. Before any of you all get confused and think we're living in colonial times again.
Yeah. That time it was the Imperial Board, if I'm not
No,
mistaken.
but that's Imperial is I. No, I'm talking about colonial
Imperial
times.
Cricket Council.
I'm talking about council. I'm talking about colonial because you think, the Great Britain once ruled over large parts of Asia. So.
Tragedy, indeed. But yes, Britain. Yeah.
Okay.
You're Indian. I didn't took over the Indians. I took over the British.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
My poor grandmother.
I'm just waiting now.
Yeah, I think the drama is done because ECB vice president is going to give the trophy, right?
That's what we're getting to hear. ECB
Oh, will
vice
there be a
president.
like walk past him or something like that?
I think, see, the only individual who stood at 6 foot ki duri par from Mohsin Naqvi was Abhishek Sharma.
Mask hai zaruri hai.
Yes. That was the only closest that you could see at this point in time. So that is where I think when Tilak Varma said the way Dube batted was helpful and important for the country, we are prepared for every position. I have talked to Gotti sir and I worked hard. One of the most special knocks of my life.
Gotti Gulati.
Gotti. You did the Gulati faux pas, my friend.
But I mean, to be fair, there are few better people you can speak to than Gautam Gambhir when it comes to knowing how to make runs on a slow pitch.
Of course.
The man grew up on, of course, Delhi's slow pitches, and then he also ended up winning 2 titles for a KKR side that were renowned for having one of the most spin-friendly tracks at that point in time.
And Gautam Gambhir on cue has tweeted, in the end, intent always wins.
Short and sweet, huh?
Yeah.
Typical Gotti. But you could see how pumped he was. He
Yes,
was
he was.
kind of having some tense faces, but when those sixes were hit and when Tilak hit that, he was like, come on! And that's the way.
Yeah, I've never seen Gautam show that much emotion.
Yeah,
Rare
see,
time.
one thing.
MS Dhoni will disagree with
Wha-
you, my
Yeah,
friend.
that was one of the other rare times.
Because see what these tweets that we've seen, including that from the Prime Minister, whatever's gone into this.
Wait a minute.
Clearly you knew that, and the players and the backrooms, everyone knew that from Lutyens to Lokhandwala, this match was being watched by everyone. So there was pressure, and also very weird that in the middle of the presentation ceremony, you see the match scorecard.
What's this new
The
twist
match
now?
summary.
I really don't know. I thought the drama was done. I thought
So did I.
Surya Kumar Yadav would get the trophy from the Emirates vice president.
Let's wait.
Yeah.
They're just doing some prep. Who knows?
This is
Could be.
Because don't forget, they technically still haven't even interviewed Sky, the winning captain.
Exactly. So that is why. So getting into this team after winning the World Cup wasn't easy for any opener. I worked very hard on my game.
They've cut out of the presentation ceremony.
Then they've gone on back to the studio.
They've gone back to the studio.
What is going on?
Another new twist.
And they've now taken a break.
Oh Lord.
In the middle of a presentation.
I think the presentation's done, guys.
Boys and girls.
Or is the trophy going to be handed behind closed doors?
Boys and girls. I think there's something that's happened there. This, by the way, is the closing montage of broadcast, from what I understand.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think the trophy is going to be handed in this thing. Behind closed doors.
Ooh.
Will not be collecting their awards tonight. So that does
Ooh,
conclude the post-match presentation.
Simon Dool said it on air.
I've been informed by the ACC that the Indian cricket team will not be collecting their awards tonight. So the Indian cricket team have objected to Mohsin Naqvi's presence.
That's the protest.
Because he was...
India have lost their protest.
They have lost the protest.
Yeah.
This is the protest. They'll not collect
You
the trophy
see, it's
today.
done. The broadcast done away with.
Yup. Indeed. But this is the way how it has to happen. This is the way this has to happen. Because you can't put anybody in that kind of a situation. This is Mohsin Naqvi's fault. This farce that has played out is Mohsin Naqvi's fault. He knew that this was what was going to happen. And today he's been snubbed. He's been humiliated. And that's why this is big in more ways than one. So, whoa, what is the latest update, guys?
This is
That's
it.
that.
This is
yeah.
the
There's
update.
nothing more.
It's nothing more. We're just getting it from multiple sources. But yes, that means actually, guys, the presentation is done and dusted.
What a farcical end to what has been a really comical, tragicomical tournament.
A farcical end to what was in many ways a farcical tournament.
Yeah, farcical. And who's to blame for this? Mohsin Naqvi was. He has to be blamed. There is no other entity. Only Pakistan and Mohsin Naqvi are to blame for reducing this game and reducing this tournament into a petty farce. Terrorist sympathizers in the team can't be entertained. That's why we will never have a hand of friendship. A memer can't be there. A memer and also another terrorist sympathizer cannot get any kind of respect. So I'm glad that the Indian cricket team have lodged a protest. I don't know. We have not seen the end of this at all, my friends. So that does conclude. There will be no interview with Suryakumar or the trophy handover. So it will happen behind closed doors. The ECB vice president might give something else. So, okay. So we'll end the stream, folks. Congratulations to India for...
Okay, we'll take the memes and then end it.
Yeah, we'll then end it at that point. Yeah.
Oh, we have supers also.
Yeah, let's
we'll
take that. Yep.
Hey, how many memes, Shivam?
Yeah. What are you doing this whole while?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, KKR heard a lot of good things about Rinku Singh, but can he handle the pressure of a final? Rinku Singh? Hell yeah.
Of course he could handle the pressure of a final.
Cool.
Who do you think he is?
Yeah,
He's
is.
him.
Yep.
Him, I tell you.
Waseem and Waqar watching Haris bowling. ये हमारा लड़का है. Such है.
That is
Such
true.
है. Such है.
That is absolutely correct. Next.
Mike Hassan resigning on the spot. He should. If he has to value his life, he should. He can't continue. For his own life.
I mean, he also can't continue. I think his position is unfortunately very untenable, and considering how volatile things are in that board, they might just hire him anyway.
Exactly.
Next.
Exactly, folks. Mike Hassan, please stay safe. Pakistan getting on left, right, and center. Right, left, and center on the field. Yes.
Right? Correct?
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. Even law of averages couldn't prevent Suryakumar Yadav from... come on, yeah.
That's very unfair.
He's had a bad tournament and he's had a bad 2025.
Forgettable.
So
Forgettable
let's see.
indeed. That's a discussion for another time, though.
Discussion. Yeah. India sleeps well and Shivam Dube is awake. True.
Oh.
He's not lost. Ever since Bangladesh, he's not lost. 2019.
Correct?
Yeah.
And not lost in a final now at this point.
Yeah. Ah.
One of India's greatest ever individual solo athletes, Miss PV Sindhu, two-time Olympic medalist,
Has shared those, yes.
has shared this picture. And oh yeah, that's a great one.
It is a great one indeed. Yep. So let's go.
Next. Roll through them.
पूरा टूर्नामेंट नहीं खेला लॉर्ड रिंकू सिंह लास्ट में विनिंग रन मार दिया
I mean, this is, I'll give you the English version of this also is, comes in, hits winning runs, refuses to elaborate.
रिंकू
Done.
लॉर्ड रिंकू
Lord
Guys,
Rinku Singh.
you guys take over because I'll have to go. There's a call that I got which means
Go,
that
go,
I
go,
need
go.
to go up.
Sure.
You guys
Gautam
carry on.
Gambhir is every Indian right now. Indeed,
Yeah,
he is.
that's the reaction we were talking to, by the way.
Yeah.
That's the reaction we were alluding to. Yeah, very passionate, very this thing. Oh, Gauti loves beating Pakistan.
Yes, indeed.
Before this is the read that.
So guess what? Tilak Varma and Rinku Singh had manifested a few weeks back for the Asia Cup final. So for Tilak, it was scoring runs in the final and winning it for the team. And for Rinku Singh,
Win.
and winning it for the team.
Winning
and for
run.
Rinku Singh, it was the winning run.
Wow.
My God. Oh my days, he manifested hitting the winning runs.
He
and
manifested
did
it in a big way.
Unreal.
Indeed. So, yep.
Uh,
This is from the
Danish area. Oh, TVs will be broken today.
yeah.
So to
Yeah.
safeguard the TV, this is the
He's
thing.
put a lock on it. I don't blame him.
Go
Next.
ahead.
Mm.
3-0 हो गया भाईजान वो भी लाइव ये कैसे हो गया भाईजान इंडीड भाईजान it's happened with
3-0.
proof my friend it's happened with proof
Mm.
and Sky after winning tournament but without performing style मारते मारते यहाँ तक कर्जे में डूब चुके हैं. This is from Hangama.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Next. No, you missed one.
Oops. The winning runs of the Asia Cup final came at the bowling of Haris Rauf. Tell me a more satisfactory ending.
None.
2022 T20 World Cup, I mean, if you look at it, that was even more satisfying.
Oh, this is way more
Yeah.
satisfying.
The picture sums up the night. What an innings. Tilak Varma was one of the next big things in Indian cricket. Loved the incredible composure led to a match-winning innings, of course.
I remember people, when he first came into the team, they used to say, oh, he's only there because he's an MI player. Wrong, my friends. This boy is a superstar. And he's a quiet, unassuming kind of superstar. But a match-winning innings in a final.
Correct.
Salute.
Correct.
Salute.
best number 2. Burn down 2.
Yes.
Okay.
That is true. Okay, let's go through a few supers and a few chats now. That's a lot of chats.
Lots, yeah.
Naveen Narayan says Gill throughout the tournament did nothing with the performances, still the poster boy of India and for no reason compared with Kohli. I mean, look, Naveen, It's a valid point. I don't think he had many performances to write home about.
He didn't. I love mutton biryani. Come on, man. What a match. Tilak Varma, beauty, future superstar in all formats.
Don't read the last part.
I know. I can't.
Yeah. Shivangi then says Rov gave 3.4 overs, 50 runs. That's 50 of 22 balls. Rest of the Pakistan team gave 97 runs and 96 balls. Pakistan are a minnow, but India has a lot of issues before World Cup. Dube changed the game.
Correct.
Correct.
He did.
Dhanush said that Sachin and Virat performed many pressure knockout matches. Gill 150 in 8 knockout matches. I think there's a lot of valid criticism coming the way of Gill. But guys, we've won the trophy. Yeah? No negativity.
See, even when you performed, you never won. When somebody doesn't perform, you still win.
Pawan Hola
Take
says,
your-
to beat the world champions, you have to be at the level, not Bikaris. Also, Haris Rauf getting bashed by Indians is a constant. I
Absolutely.
wholeheartedly agree.
Totally.
Death, taxes, and
And-
Haris Rauf getting bashed.
Bashed. True. True that indeed.
Low. Naveen again. Tilak, Abhishek, Sanju should be treated like a prince instead of someone else who eats the place of players and no one talks about him. Tilak's mettle and calmness, hats off.
No,
there.
Naveen, yeah. Again, no one is eating the place of players. He didn't ask and come on a quota. They felt that he's got a chance. And remember, criticism has been there for all the players.
Yeah.
But they have been performing when you're given them a long rope.
Correct.
Maybe Shubman might perform. We don't know.
Sky out of form. Why is he adamant on one down and then is not playing like himself or playing himself in? Today, he was in no positions for that shot. His position is now questionable. Rakesh is your captain. And I don't think his position
If
is
you win,
questionable.
all these things get swept under the carpet.
Correct.
Then science for all saying Tilak Sanju Dube in World T20 at any cost. Dube is crazy as that dude doesn't know pressure and belted off. Tilak is clutch too. Samson's 6th class.
I think Dube's redemption is something you really, can study a lot.
Yeah.
This is a guy whose career seemed done and dusted when he stopped being a bowler. And now, just look at him.
Correct.
He's basically your golden charm. You
Yeah.
have him in the team and you don't lose.
Exactly. Chili Paneer. India becomes the first team to hold both T20 and ODI Asia Cups. Also, the broadcasters should be sued for the ads. I mean, what to do?
I mean, that's their
prerogative. What we can do about it.
Rakesh also then adds in another super chat, says in hindsight, Iyer could have been in for Gill. But if
Again,
Iyer was in
hindsight.
this, hindsight is 2020, Rakesh, and you're not wrong. But if you didn't have an Iyer, no, then I don't think there was. You still, even if you had Iyer in the squad, you probably wouldn't have played him. You know why? Because then you would have pushed Sanju to the top of the order, which would have freed up a spot in the lower order. And you know who would have been playing there? Riku Singh.
Ringo Singh. Indeed.
Iyer wouldn't have been playing.
We have a year and then we won by I think 7 or 8 wickets.
I
No,
don't
I doubt.
know.
I doubt.
I really don't know. See, again,
That's
I
all-
can't speculate on what could have been.
Yeah. Vishal Panchal says, I told earlier should have batted first, pitch slowed. Tilak Sanju Dube superb. Lighter side, Mokil did what Thala couldn't with Dube.
Yeah. True that.
Not wrong entirely.
Yeah.
Ashish Dar said, Abhishek a star, Tilak's a gem. True finisher after the likes of MS and VK. VK heroics and MCG still hanging on parks and Nawaz did not bowl. Actually, yeah, you're right.
I mean-
one of the reasons Nawaz didn't bowl much today is because you had two left-handers there constantly.
yeah. And again, true finisher in T20 as MS was terrible. IPL great, ODI great, but never in T20.
Scroll up, you missed one. Scroll up.
Ah.
Yeah.
Naveen Narayan.
again says that the way Wakar and Wasim were crying in commentary.
Of course.
I mean, I don't blame them. They were part of teams that were actually dominant and
Yeah.
won. Now you've got crybabies.
Yeah, Sharan. Now nobody should be doubting Tilak's place at least. Iyer is also a good player, but not at the cost of Tilak. I'm sorry. Elite mentality.
Fair.
Could be.
Fair. Laghuvalan.
Speaks from the US is saying Pakistan is ashamed to face the camera. Team India sent them packing back. Captain should shame them more post match.
I mean, I don't think they didn't really talk. So
They didn't really talk.
I mean,
so.
in hindsight,
India
India should donate that trophy to Mr. NAQVI and Pak as token of this humiliation.
No.
That fraud needs to be reminded. No.
No.
You won the trophy.
Why should you give
you
it to him
donate
as a
it?
token? No.
Mad
way.
over. No.
You take the trophy, you snub him, that'll be the ultimate humiliation.
Yeah, go down. Chili Paneer once again says that if they want Pak National for presentation, anchor and toss, then why should we accept the trophy from Pakistan, correct?
Exactly. And again, a breaking news.
Sorry guys, we'll have to... so the breaking update is that the Indian team said they will not take the trophy from Mohsen Naqvi. 8 dignitaries that included Naqvi and the president of Bangladesh Cricket Board, the vice presidents of the Emirates Cricket Board and sponsors waited for the team to come and take the trophy. After the Indian team refused, the dignitaries left and announced that India's refused to take the trophy. After all dignitaries left, the Indian team posed on the dais. Confetti was fired. Winning song was played. Indian teams took photos, celebrated with fans without the trophy, and then left the stadium.
Wow. Wow. Only when they left, the confetti was rained upon. So, see, it's a clear-cut thing that they will not take the trophy from Mohsen Naqvi. They held firm, and look, Pakistan's been humiliated. The humiliation is complete. And whatever happens from this point on in any kind of a sporting relation, you're going to see, oh, they should be banned, they should be fined. You're going to see all of that tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, let's continue taking comments because I
Gaurav
think
B, yeah.
what we're getting, it means some work for us even after the match.
Yeah.
So, Gaurav B, I can't take that comment,
I can't,
guys. Sorry.
yeah.
That's a bit much. We're done?
Celebration as well. So we will play and
Okay. We have got the celebration visuals as well. So
Oh, that's interesting. That's cool.
yeah.
Very nice.
Nice.
So we can see those visuals. You'll be seeing them on your screen in a couple of seconds. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. They celebrated in their own way. It was truly remarkable in that sense. So, yes, not bad. Not bad.
See, they all have their individual trophies as well. You can see Abhishek and Tilak, they are sitting with their trophies. And they celebrated with the fans, and then that's it. They came, won, celebrated, refused to elaborate, and left.
Yep.
So you can see
And
the
humiliated
players there.
Pakistan for good measure.
Oh, that's the bonus. That's the absolute bonus.
That's the absolute bonus indeed. And okay.
So it keeps going. See, you can see all the players there with the support staff. Hardik, by the way, leading the celebrations, played a very key role in India reaching the final.
Yes.
Shame he had to miss out, but I mean, it is what it is, right?
Correct.
So that's what we have there in that regard. And there is one more, yes. We'll show it to the fans as well. Our family members who have actually stayed. Oh, see, my God, the confetti is also fired.
Everything is done.
See, look at
minus
that.
the trophy.
There's just everything going on there. They're celebrating like they have the trophy, and
Yeah.
then there's no trophy.
There is no trophy.
Amazing.
I think it will take place behind closed doors.
Yeah, they'll be given the trophy behind closed doors then. That's
The
all that they can do.
celebration, whatever it had to happen, it happened. And so that's about it. So, yeah, we leave you with these kind of celebrations. Truly remarkable. Truly remarkable. It's been a very, I may say, a very bizarre end to this Asia Cup.
A bizarre end to what was in many ways a bizarre.
Bizarre tournament, indeed. So yes, no trophy, but they will be given by that tomorrow or day after. Let's see how that goes. But expect plenty of back and forth. Pakistan are going to stay quiet. They will want an answer for this humiliation at this point in time. So, okay. In a few minutes, okay, we are going to see Nikhil join us at this point in time. So, yep, we are going to stay on in this career. But yes, look at it. What a way to end. But I don't see the trophy. That's how it goes at this point in time. So, yep.
Yeah, there's no trophy. And guys, stay on with us. We're going to continue with our live coverage for a bit. In a few minutes' time, we'll be joined by Nikhil, of course, who was there on the ground witnessing all these other bizarro world kind of scenes whereby you won a trophy, but because the team doesn't want to receive it from the particular, person who's supposed to be awarding it, they've celebrated without the trophy, and then that's that they've gone back. So you're most likely going to be given the trophy behind closed doors.
It has to be, because you can't accept it in the face of a rogue entity. That's very much clear. And you've not had good relations with another one in the form of Bangladesh. So that's why either you don't take it from them and then you have it behind closed doors. I don't know when that is going to happen. So it's not going to be easy at all at this point in time. So good on India that they held their own. Good on them. I like this move a lot. And I like the fact that this is the Indian team and the board and the government who have humiliated Pakistan in a good way. I like it. And that's why. So let's just wait at this point in time. And yeah, these visuals are going to go viral. Indeed. At this point in time. So we are joined by Nikhil at this point in time. Nikhil, what a chaotic, dystopian end to this tournament.
Yeah, that's right. So that first, can you hear me? Or
Yes.
can you
Perfectly,
actually
loud
hear
and
me?
clear, Nikhil. Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, I agree. I think it was uh, unprecedented. I was speaking to Mr. Gavaskar a short while ago. I said, "Have you ever seen a situation like this?" He said, "No, never. Not in his playing career, as well as since he's you know been working as a commentator. So these are clearly unprecedented scenes." Uh, I mean, what are my thoughts on it? First, let me just give you what exactly happened. First, the Indian team came down. There were 8 dignitaries that were standing on the dais to give away the trophy. First, the Pakistani team took a long time to come down. They eventually came down, so you didn't know whether the delay was from the Indian side or the Pakistani side. Then the Indian team made it very clear that they will not be taking the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi, and post which, they were waiting there. They took the individual prizes that they had to take. But then for the trophy, they had said no. Now, as is protocol, the Asian Cricket Council chairman gives the trophy, but the Indian team refused to take it from him. They kept waiting. The 8 dignitaries, must tell you who the dignitaries were. There was the president of the Bangladesh Cricket Board was there on the stage. There was, of course, the vice president of the Emirates Cricket Board, who's also part of the royal family. There was a lot of protocol because of him. He came in a chopper to watch the game. He was there. There was Mohsin Naqvi, of course, the PCB head, as well as Asian Cricket Council chief. And then there were sponsor representative as well. Spinney, as you know, is a sponsor. There were various other sponsors. So they were all representative from the sponsor. So that is what made up that 8-member panel that you saw standing on the stage. But the Indian team refused to take their trophy. Eventually, they kept waiting. And then you saw all the dignitaries go away from the stage. They announced that, we wanted to give the trophy to the Indian team. As is protocol, the ACC president would have given it, but the Indian team has refused to take it from him. So all the dignitaries walked away. Now, you got to remember, this wasn't just the president of PCB as well as ACC. As I said, there's a member of the royal family also who was standing on the stage, who was supposed to be giving that trophy, who's the vice president of the Emirates Cricket Board. He's also walked away. So I don't know what the repercussions of all of that will be going forward, but all the 8 dignitaries, including the sponsors that were there, they've all walked away. Whatever be the case, we're going to only hear about it a little later. But then once everyone left, the Indian team went, sat on the stage, got their picture clicked, just as they do after winning a trophy. So those pictures were clicked, and then the confetti went up. And then the song that is always played after victory, Lehra Do, that was played. So that is exactly how things panned out. I was there in the stadium witnessing all of that as it was being played out.
Nikhil, now we have not heard the last of this. What, according to you, do you think will the Pakistan, what will the Pakistan Cricket Board, Mohsin Naqvi, resort to now? What are the new tricks that they will try? And by not taking the trophy from the particular entity or a dignitary, is the team in risk of certain level offences?
I don't think so. There could be any offenses for this if they refuse to take the trophy. I don't know under what that comes. But there have been many things during this particular Asia Cup that have, where people have crossed the boundary line. So, I mean, you could look at it from both sides, let's be honest. So, I don't know how it will be viewed going forward, what sort of a precedent that is set. Like today, we had that unusual scenario of 2 different people doing toinkos at the start of the game. The toinkos happened with, you had a Pakistani commentator in Waqar Yunus, as well as an Indian commentator in Ravi Shastri, I believe. So you had 2 different representatives from 2 different countries for the coin toss. So, I mean, that itself has never happened. Now, what happens from here on? My point is, now every time you're going to be playing India and Pakistan, will this now be a practice? Will you have a different person speaking to the different players? Now, that's not all, Siddharth. I'm going to tell you that where will this stop now? What will happen if there is a Pakistani umpire that is put up in the game? He's asked to officiate a game between India. What happens in that scenario? So I don't know where eventually you'll draw the line. Now, I don't think any action can be taken. But if I was to just add my 2 bits, I understand where the Indian team is coming from. I understand, why Indian team does not want to take the trophy from him, because quite frankly, Mohsin Naqvi, being the interior minister, being the head of PCB, actually put out a childish tweet where he put that Ronaldo image down of, jets going down. And if that is not a political statement, what is? And after that, can you really expect the Indian team to ignore that and not do it? And I think basis that, you've also had a scenario where the Indian Prime Minister now has written on X that, this is a successful Operation Sindoor that has been completed on the cricketing field. We had a successful Operation Sindoor previously as well in the skirmish, and now we've had it in the cricket field. So I think it's all now gone down to that. I think the BCCI tweet there itself is, indicative of political references. And I agree that Mohsin Naqvi also did it. So I don't know, in the long run, where do you draw the line? Where will this stop? Does it eventually, is this a kind of an admission from the Indian side then that you were wrong to then come and play with Pakistan? I don't know if that is that. But if you had decided to play, did you preempt all of this happening? And if you did not preempt, then, that again is a fault. You should have preempted. These things could get ugly. Should you have refrained from all of this? I don't know. There are so many questions to ask at the moment. And I think all of that will continue. But I'm not surprised the way it's ended. That's exactly how this entire tournament has really panned out. You saw someone who's as calm and collective as a Jasprit Bumrah also come in with that celebration. So I'm sure it hurt the Indian players. It's, high on adrenaline. It's their feelings also coming out. I'm sure it was the same for the Pakistani players. And now they don't want to speak to an Indian presenter during post-match presentation. I don't know where all of this will stop. But if I was to say that, this has surprised me, I'd be lying. I quite expected this might happen.
Yeah, I mean, this Asia Cup has seen everything. The childishness, all those kind of lines being crossed every single Sunday. Whenever India and Pakistan have done this, Pakistan more often. But now, Nikhil, what is the next step now? Will the trophy be now handed behind closed doors? Is the Indian team going to have a press conference? Are they going to speak about it? Or do you think now it's done? The trophy will be handed some other time?
No, so I'm going to be there with you for another 5 minutes, because there is going to be a press conference and I want to be there because the Indian team will definitely speak about it. There is a chance that the Pakistan team also might come in the post-match press conference. I don't know whether they'll boycott that or whether they will come for that. But the Indian team is definitely going to be coming for that. And so that is why I'm heading now to the press conference area. As far as the trophy is concerned, of course, that will be transported and sent across to the BCCI headquarters. I think that is what will happen eventually. Just that here, they didn't want to take it from Mohsin Naqvi. It's not that the Indian team has any aversion to the trophy as such. It's just the person who was presenting it. I think that remains to be an issue for the Indian team. So once you've not taken it here and you've celebrated in the way that you had to, I think the trophy would be sent across to the cricketing headquarters.
Right. So
Yeah, just one more thing, Nikhil. There was a lot of disconnect over here, obviously, because we were relying on television visuals and everything. Normally, when there is a presentation done, there's maybe like a 15-20 minute gap that you'd see between the match ending and then, of course, the presentation getting underway. This time around, though, I mean, there was so much of a delay. What exactly was happening on the field?
Oh. Very nice. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे मिलके.
I think
very nice too. No, I'm just meeting. A lot of people outside as well as they come out. Sorry, while I'm live with you. Yeah, so Shane, I think you asked me about as to what happened at that time.
Yeah.
In terms of nothing. I mean, as I said, the Indian team came down. They were standing on one corner. The Pakistani team took some time to come down, and then they had the presentation. They came down for the presentation. Firstly, we thought that maybe Pakistan's boycotting the presentation. That wasn't the case. They came down, but a little later. And then it was taking some time because they were taking the names as to who and how and, what will be the order. Then first we were told that it is a possibility that the vice president who's also a member of the royal family, was going to give the trophy. The Emirates Cricket Board's vice president is going to give the trophy to the Indian team. So everything was planned. But I think the Indian team had communicated right at the start that they will not take the trophy from Mohsin Naqvi. And then the dignitaries kept waiting. They were standing on stage. The Indian team kept waiting. Then you had the individual presentation that happened, and then when it came to the time of giving the trophy, the Indian team refused to go unless you nominated somebody else to give the trophy. But the ACC maintained that the protocol suggests that the president will only give. They waited for good 5-10 minutes. When the Indian team didn't come, they made an announcement that we were here to give the trophy. The Indian team doesn't want to collect it. So all the dignitaries left, all 8 of them. As I said, that also included the Bangladesh Cricket Board president, that also included the Emirates vice president, who's a member of the royal family, who came in via chopper for this match. He was also standing. He left. There also included a lot of top sponsors who paid a lot of money to be part of this, who were standing there. They all left. So the stage was left empty. And then once everyone left, Indian team went and sat on stage, and the photo op was done. So that is how exactly things panned out. Absolutely. So एक बार press conference से आता हूँ.
All right, so Nikhil is now going to head for the press conference. A lot of interesting things will be said in that press conference. So we'll be keenly awaiting that as well. Plus, we've got a lot of other stuff that we'll have to be doing
Yeah,
on.
so we guys will actually have to take your leaves for
Exactly.
now. The night still continues on because there is stuff that will be going on. There's a lot of stories still to cover, which we've covered through the course of this live stream as well, but which we'll also have to cover separately.
Correct. So do subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very, very shortly with more videos, and you'll get the press conference and you'll get Nikhil's inputs from Dubai exclusively on Sports Today. So, and do check out Gavaskar's inputs as well as Suresh Raina and Harbhajan Singh's inputs also on Sports Today. Lots and lots of action coming up soon. Bye-bye.